welcome to the Stevens channel. I'm Dee, and today I'm going to be talking to you about dating rules that have changed my life and allowed me to be married at 20 years old. So let's get into the video. So I'm just going to be giving you guys, like I said, tips that help me date, especially in nowadays society, as a Christian woman. It is so hard for you to find a God-fearing man. So these are just some rules that I used to kind of cancel out people that I knew that wasn't right for me. I'm not saying that you have to do this in order to be married, but this is just what I did. So the list that I'm giving you is not in no particular order, so I'm gonna get started. This is all in my notes, by the way, guys. So never compromise your value. Never, ever do that. Never settle, ever. Because when you do, you are not going to be happy with what you have. If you want some guy that is, let's say he's not partying, he's not drinking, he's not smoking. If you compromise and meet someone at a party and you end up with that person, and then years later you're still with him, let's say you guys are married and he's just still doing the same thing that he was doing when you met him, he's gonna be like, well, I was doing this when we met and you didn't have a problem with it, so now you're stuck with it and you have to deal with it for the rest of your life, and that's not gonna feel good. So just make sure that you hold strong, especially if you are serious about being celibate as well. Do not let nobody persuade you into doing that, because then if they do it, you do it, and he leaves, you're gonna feel really terrible inside. Do not tell men what you are looking for. That is a big one. When you are meeting someone and you're just getting to know them, you don't want to be like, well, you know, I don't want someone that's gonna like cheat on me, or someone that's gonna abuse me, or someone that's a broke person and all this kind of stuff. Sorry guys, she had a little nightmare. But like I was saying, you don't want to just walk into, well, not walk into a relationship, but you don't want to just meet someone and just tell them right off the back what you're looking for, because that can allow them to easily pretend to be what you want and deceive you, and then turns out that they're not who they say they are. It's just a lot. So it's very good to kind of keep that private. If you do find someone that you like and you like his personality, then you can keep them, like that's good. But if not, then you should just cut ties immediately. Don't try to change them. Like, I'm not saying you gotta make them feel bad and be like, this is this and that and I don't like this, because then they could be like, oh, we could work on it, and they'll try to convince you, but it's not their personality. Don't try to change somebody into what you want them to be. You should meet someone where you want them to already be. From my experience, I have dated a guy before where I told him straight up, like, this is what I want. I want him to be in church. I want him to be praying. I want you to be leading by example and all that kind of stuff. And he played it for a while. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm in church, I'm doing this, I like to pray and everything, and he would pray with me, and it only lasted for about 2 months, and then he was just back to what he was doing. And I was like, okay. And I noticed, like, when I didn't say anything and I just looked for what I wanted instead of saying it turned out better. Allow a man to tell you who he is by his actions. If he's telling you that he wants to do this and he wants to do that, he wants to take you here, he wants to buy you this, and he's not doing it, that's showing like he's not putting his money where his mouth is. If you're gonna say something, be about what you're saying you're gonna do. Like, don't just talk about it because it sounds good. Like, do it. Like, we want to see it come to pass. Okay, if a guy is serious about you, he will take you out on dates. I'm not saying it has to be like $200 dates or $500 or take you around the world, but he will put some money and some time into the relationship, or getting to know each other, courting, sorry, whatever you guys are doing, he would do that. He wouldn't just want you to sit up in his house or lay up in your house all the time, Netflix and chill, like, oh, let's just sit in the car and do nothing anything. Let's just like sit in your house and you cook for me and that's it. But he will actually take you out and show you a good time. And as a woman, you definitely should not be planning any dates whatsoever. He should be the one that is leading the relationship. Not saying that you guys aren't, but how he is before you guys are in a relationship is how he's gonna be when you guys are in a relationship. So if he's not buying you, if he is not buying you flowers when you guys are dating, if he's not opening the doors for you, if he's not like doing these things before you guys are in a relationship, he is not gonna do it. I promise you. It doesn't matter what you say to him, he is just not gonna do it, because he's gonna be like, well, you knew I wasn't like this when we was talking and you didn't seem to have a problem with this, so why do I have to do it now? It's just too much. So make sure that if you like a guy to open the door for you, make sure that he does it. Like, you shouldn't have to be like, open the door. He should just do it. Another thing to add on to this tip is that he will cut off all female friends, okay? All female friends. It does not matter if he knew her from birth, like, or if you grew up and you know she's just like your homegirl. He will cut it off. Like, it does not matter, because especially if you are his girl and he loves you and he cares about you, or he really is serious about being with you, he is not going to entertain other women, whether it's a friendship or not, because you're his top priority and your feelings is his top priority, and he's not going to want to make you feel insecure in any kind of way. He's not going to want to keep you guessing, like, is he serious? Like, is that his friend, or is he messing around with her? He won't even leave space or room for your thoughts to even be thinking like that. Another thing, back to taking you out on dates, he should not be standing you up at all. If he's running late, he should let you know, but he should always be the first one there. It doesn't matter, no questions. He should not ever not call you and not show up, or just like cancel last minute, like 10 minutes. No. And another thing, another red flag is like if you are always hanging out with him at night. It's like, it's giving, I don't even know what it's giving, but don't be hanging out with him only when the sun is down. That's weird. You hang out in the daytime, because like I was always taught, nothing is open past 8 but legs, and that is the truth. Nothing here is open. I don't know where you guys live, but here everything is closed, so it's nothing to do. Why are you outside in the dark hanging out? Go in a public place and just have fun, especially if you're trying to save yourself for marriage, or if you're already not a virgin but you're trying to do it in this relationship. Hanging out at night or hanging out at each other's houses do leave room for mess up. So if you're in a public place, it's less likely to happen. When you date low value men, you will develop low self-esteem. If he's not complimenting you enough, if he's not showering you with love and affection, if he's not giving you all the attention in the world and he's entertaining other people, other girls, you're gonna have low self-esteem, because you're gonna be questioning yourself, like, okay, I'm doing this, I look like this, like, am I not enough? Like, what more did he want? So you want somebody who is high value. You want someone that is all about you. Not to be selfish, but you're the star. And that brings me to my next point. If you want a high value man, you have to be a high value woman. I don't know why I'm clapping. I just feel like I needed to clap when I said that. But you can't expect a man to shower you with gifts and buy you this, buy you that, take you here, take you there, and you're not bringing anything to the table. I'm not saying like you have to fold his clothes and stuff, but you can like present yourself nicely. You can keep yourself cleaned up, looking nice. Sometimes, I mean, you can do gestures for him. I'm not saying like I said, folding his clothes, but if he's at work or something and you just want to like make something and be like, oh well, you know, I cooked this yesterday, like I'm gonna bring you some food real quick, that would be nice. Another way you can be a high value woman is you also cutting off your guy friends. If you are serious about this person, Don't be talking to other guys, don't be entertaining them. It's gonna make him feel like you're not serious about him, and he's probably not gonna like that. He's gonna do the same treatment back to you. So just make sure if you're serious and he's on the same page, that you just cut off the opposite genders. When a man has that gentleman personality, it allows you to walk in a feminine way. It allows you to be a lady, carry yourself with grace, because you're just like, I don't have to open any doors, I don't have to take out the trash, I don't have to do anything. Date a man who has chivalry. Chivalry is not dead, guys. It is still here and alive in 2025. It is still happening. Doors are being opened, sidewalks, the sidewalk rule is still here, okay? Do not think that it's dead. It is not dead. It's just dead in the person that you're with. Literally, when I got with my husband, I did not know, like, I was not treated the way I was supposed to be treated before him. So I literally never open the door ever, unless I just forget, because sometimes I do. Like, I'll open the door and he'll be like, wait, don't touch the door. So he will literally get out of the car, like, it doesn't matter where we are, we could be at the grocery store, and he'll literally get out the car, walk around and open my door, and he'll grab my hand and everything, try to help me out. He offers me his jacket, he offered me his shirt, his socks, his shoes, anything. Like, I can't say, oh my gosh, it's so cold out here, and he won't be like, you want my shirt? You want my shirt? And I'll be like, no, babe, I'm good, for real. Like, it'd be so funny, but he's serious. And I just didn't know that that was a thing until I was with him. And another thing is that he didn't let me walk on the outside of the sidewalk. Like, I don't know the sidewalk rule. I don't know if you guys know what that is, where he is supposed to be on the outside and you're supposed to be on the inside, because if a car or anything like comes, then it will hit him and not you. I think that's what it is. I'm not even 100% sure, but I didn't even know what the sidewalk rule was until he was like, get on the inside. And I was like, get on the inside? What you mean? You want to be a lady. You want to feel like a lady. You don't want to have to fill the roles of both partners. Like, that's hard. I have done that before. It's not good. Sorry. It is not good. It feels so good to be able to just be a woman and a lady. If a man cares about you and he is genuine, he would treat you like a lady. He would not want to be rough with you at all, like play fighting, play hitting, any of that. He would not even want to do that, because real men don't want to pretend and hit people. Like, that's not what they do. They really try to be nurturing to you, but in a manly way. Do not give him the cookie before marriage, please. I am begging you, please do not do it. Even if you are not a virgin right now, you can still choose to not have before you guys get married. Having before you're married can cause a lot of problems. It can cause you to be madly in love with someone and lose sight of who you are, because you're thinking about what this was like, and it just makes you blindsided to his actual red flags. And another thing is, you can possibly get pregnant, have a baby outside of wedlock, and then if you end up not being with this person, you're just adding to your body count. Another plus is, like, when you actually do it, it would feel so good, because it's like you've been with this person, you learned the person, you fell in love with the person, you're married to them. It would just be more sacred and more special than just doing it because you feel like it. Dress up. Put effort into yourself. I'm not saying you have to wear a dress everywhere you go, but you should always look presentable no matter where you're going. Like, I don't care if you go into the dollar store. You don't have to put on a dress, like I said, but just like look nice. Make him feel like he's investing in something worth investing in. Okay? Being in a relationship with somebody, a marriage with somebody is an investment. It's a long-term commitment, and you have to keep him attracted. I'm not saying you have to try super hard to get him to like you. Like, you don't have to change yourself, but just keep him on his toes. There is a lot of power in your femininity and appearance. Never give your address too soon. Nobody should know where you live, honestly. Nobody that you're just getting to know. If you break up with him or it doesn't work out and he's like a little weird or something and he stalks you or he just doesn't know how to handle rejection, you don't want to get hurt. So it's always good to just try to hold off on giving the address out for as long as possible. And also, if you are trying to be celibate in this relationship, not giving your address is a good way for him to not be able to pop up or you to be like, come over, because that's where the temptation is. In my honest opinion, there is absolutely no reason for him to even want to come upstairs if he's not trying to do something. There's nothing to do in the house that you can't do outside. Like, if you want to watch Netflix, you can go to a movie theater and watch a movie and get snacks and, you know, just make him work for your trust. That's all I have to say. My last tip is go for a guy who makes you feel good. You don't want to be with someone who puts you down, who drags you down, who doesn't uplift you. So what I say is, based off of what you do want in a guy, make sure that he's doing that and more. Like, if you want someone to be like, let's say your love language is physical touch, let's say he do give physical touch but also give quality time and words of affirmation, that's a plus. Okay, having someone to go to church with, having someone to pray with, those are all great and important and necessary. So just make sure that you encourage him and he encourages you. Thank you so much for reaching the end of the video. I have to get more organized with my tips because I didn't think I really got into a lot of details. I can do another video if you guys want me to. Just let me know, but I'll probably do like a part 2 and go into more details about it. But thank you so much for reaching the end of the video. If you like, please leave a like. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions or suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.